Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today deck that will absolutely blow your mind. I'll tell you, this is the most fun I had in Standard for a while. If you want full deck tech, it's at the end of the video, as always for the Masters of Magic. And if you want to go directly into action, all you need to know is Spirit Sister Call is a card that enables you to sacrifice creature and get back another creature from your graveyard. And each of our creatures has insane effect when it enters the battlefield or leaves the battlefield. Alright guys, and let's go directly into action, but before we do it, you are subscribed, right? Of course you are. You wouldn't be not subscribed, huh? Alright, let's go into action and have fun, guys. Opponent goes first. Our mana base is acceptable. We will take some pain. Our opponent really good at magic, being on the play with a 1-drop. And the current best strategy ever. Right, Goosey? Are you a 1-drop? Then you are mythic. Alright, so what we will do? Probably play the Heartstabber and start from there. So our game plan is try to slow the game, then go Depopulate. He might not want to attack. Let's see what he plays. This is really important. Peacekeeper, Depopulate, go. It will take a while, but it will end like this. There's only one card that answers the whole archetype, and it's a sweeper. So there's not much decisions, so I'm not sure what he's waiting for. Maybe he has... Alright, the only idea I have, because he's really taking his time, I think it is possible he has another Peacekeeper or Talia, and he's trying to... Like, he knows that we cannot play Depopulate on the next turn, so he might be thinking between the Channeler and Depopulate just to prevent our next turn. I will gladly take this. Oh man, that's such a good trade for us. And here we go with more lands. Alright, I mean, it is okay. We have Eiganjo right now, so now he cannot really attack. So keeping Eiganjo in our hand already gives us quite a lot. And let's see. I don't think he... Man, do you even play this game? What's up? Did he miss it, or he has some insane Search of Salvation combat trick? Because, like, it should be obvious that we'll do it. He forced us to have this open mana, and he saw we have Eiganjo, so really not sure what his play was here. I'm not sure if he even knows it himself. So we will play double land into Spirit Sister Core. We have some good creatures in the graveyard, so that's pretty epic. Here comes the Adeline. Perfect. Do we want birds? This is our last creature. This is our last creature. Let's try to make it interesting, shall we? So normally I would just probably Aether Zoe card or something like this, but I want to showcase you guys the Spirit Sister Core synergy, and for this reason I cannot risk I'm not drawing any creatures, even though I play so many of them. Sure bro, enjoy. Oh, they thought we would block with this. Oh, that's not enough pressure to force us, my friend. You need something way... Oh, they are scared too. And if you are a person from the comment that you know I mean, if you sweep this board, that's so bad. You will lose the game. They want us to sweep, because they have 4 creatures in the end. And if you do it, that's bad. So, we will play Spirit Sister Core and have our fun with magic. He won't like it. He will not like it. I don't think he plays like Destroy Evil or anything. And we end the turn. And I mean, our tier 1 aggro friend will be for a nasty surprise, because we'll have a 7/5 lifelinker with Menace instead of this cute pigeon, and this is why Channeler is in the deck. That's a very good fodder. So, bring your Brutal Catars, because you will need them. And the beautiful part is, now Depopulate absolutely murders him, because he needs a Brutal Catar, and when he plays it, I Depopulate and I get the Fleshgorger back. See? Suddenly, if you don't play Sweeper instantly, you force them to commit. Bro, I'm lifelinking. Not sure about you, but I'm lifelinking the hell out of this. I made a slight mistake. I should have sacrificed... Bro, really? I'm not sure if he knows how my deck works. Oh, he also needs to discard a card. Man, he's getting absolutely destroyed right now. Sure. So, we kill Adeline. Adeline is the biggest enabler for this deck and absolute powerhouse. And we also get rid of his hand. I could depopulate everything, but then I have no creatures. Let's play land. And no... Alright. And we get something back. Let's go the Heartstabber, because that's a very cool card. And we can always use Takenuma, so we get a lot of value. The point is that even if Fleshgorger is out for a moment, we'll first hit another one, and also, like, we are at 22, so it means that, man, he after 5 turns is far from killing us than at the start of the game, which is a big tell. So he will enlist this guy, and probably draw a card with this. Interesting, interesting. So, we can take the damage, but I probably want the Heartstabber card. I really want to block it, because I already want the card from the Heartstabber. Very likely we'll get a creature, if not, we just use Takenuma. This is also one of the reasons Takenuma is in the deck. I think Utawara is not, because I decided this is such a perfect card for the deck. It fills your graveyard with creatures, and you get creatures back. So, let's go for the Channeler. Do we want to kill something? I mean, I will start with Depopulate, because I have Farewell. If I didn't have Farewell, I would not play like this. And I mean, let's go! He will try to save Guardian, probably. So, first he draws a card. It might be a bad creature, theoretically, but it's not, it's Adeline. So now he can discard, having bigger selection, so that was the right ordering to do this thing. We could just Farewell, but I like him discarding cards. The point is that he knows about Depopulate, so we want to get rid of it as soon as possible. I could probably try to target it with Go for the Throat, but then we don't get Spirit Sister's core value, and you really like it. So, let's go with the Heartstabber, and that's fun part about the deck. You can fill your graveyard, draw cards, while also having a Defender every turn, and with Channeler it won't stop ever. We just need to mill our big cards, like a Fleshgorger. And here we are with a 3/3 Death Toucher. And the point is, this doesn't do... Oh, see? They had Brutal Catar since start, but they have seen Depopulate. And they are like, yeah, now I'm winning this game. Next turn he will play Adeline for the token, but it won't be too much damage. So I'm pretty fine with it. Let's make it spicy. We absolutely do not need to do anything yet. We can bounce the Brutal Catar. Oh man, this deck is absolutely amazing. I love it. We are just toying with a tier 1 deck right now, which is super fun. This should be cycled, let's be honest. Alright, we have the bird. And now we'll have a Fleshgorger. We could also go for more Heartstabbers, but I don't super care. I mean, pretty good, ain't it? We can also kill whatever we want. So he can sure replay the Brutal Catar and pay the ward. Oh, that's so cute. It would be such a shame if something happened to Vindicator. That's the risk of playing this card. It's sweet when it works, but it feels absolutely horrible when it doesn't. Alright, Smorky Smork, 10 damage to your face, 2 turn lethal, and he's so dead. And now we play card you probably have never seen, Malcator, Purity of... Man, this deck is so much more fun than anything else. I absolutely love it. Like, compare it to playing Mono Red, it's just a different world of fun. Alright, what do we want? I like birds. Birds are super fun, but it would be even more fun to just bounce his only creature. And that's why Malcator is in the deck, because it has full value on ATB, and our tier 1 deck just couldn't handle our cool bro. Let's see. We have Go for the Throat, and that's pretty huge. Scrurf is absolutely horrible for us. This means that both Channeler and Go for the Throat won't really work, which is great. I absolutely love it. Our opponent is really good at Magic because he's on the play with Scrurf into Talia, which is literally the best opening you can have. However, we can still battle it. I think if we can get into the Depopulate, which has a high chance, this is the power of the deck as well. Man, if we can survive with this on the board, when we play the Depopulate, we get 2 cards. That's huge. Imagine Sweeper that draws you 2 cards. It would be just absolutely broken, especially for 4 mana. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, not the best turn 3 play, so they whiffed a little bit at least. We take 2 damage, easy. You definitely don't want to block it, especially with Adversary on the board. In all honesty, the correct play for them would be to attack first with Talia, and then use Adversary, because right now I see this is a perfect trade, so I will never block Talia. If I didn't have this information, maybe I would. So, let's go... We won't be able to get rid of Talia anytime soon, so we need to play like this. And because of the menace, he kinda needs to double block this, which will be very problematic for him. Okay, it's Skrelv. For a moment I thought like, what? What's up? So generally with Fleshgorger you probably want to race and not really block. So I can fully mitigate the adversary damage. He's going for value. I do not super mind it. It's scary. I probably will play the Channeler for Cardo if I miss the land, because if I miss 2 lands, I'm losing the game. So if you want to learn how to be a good player in Standard, in this situation you need to draw 2 lands from top of your library, and the 5th one needs to be untapped. This is how you hit Mythic. So yeah, if you want to improve the skill, see, I'm a very good player, so I drew the card. That's it. So, what do we do? What do we do? I have a dirty trick in mind, but it won't work really. Not right now. Not right now. We can make some cool plays with First Strike. So I will play the Landerer, because it might be Brutal Cathar. Very likely it is Brutal Cathar, but if it's not, we have a very good place. Because of the Talia First Strike, you can make absolutely crazy magic with the Landerer. And we definitely do not need to attack on this turn. Alright, the big turn. We need 1 more land. It has to be white, it has to be untapped. So a lot of, let's say, ways to go wrong here. And that's insane amount of damage. Generally, they invest 1 of the turns into Knight Errant of Eos. And on this turn you have like full leniency, there's no damage, it's all rainbow and roses, right? But when they untap, it's bad. Right, this is actually okay, so they go for absolutely infinite value, but they give us 2 turns. So, if I'm good at magic, and I'm drawing a white land, I win the game. Let's see if I'm good. He should not attack. He should absolutely not attack, because now I'm doing it just to connive. If I hit a white land that is untapped, I win the game. So this is how you can improve in Magic. Alright, this is multicolored, but after I do it, it's already over. So first we draw a card and mill some. I mean, we are doing 4 cards, man. This is a very good trade. If he didn't attack, I would draw 1. That's a huge difference and a huge blunder on his side. If he attacks, he should use Skrelv to protect it. Miss. Let's see. Miss. Man, we are absolutely missing so far. This is amazing, but so slow. Like, we have way more in the deck, so we will just go with it. Let's see. And thanks to his mistake, we won the game. Channeler is good. Go for the throat is amazing. I think we go with the Fleshgorger. See? Now we have a 5/5. We also will get something very cool, like a Heartstabber. So, this is how you are good at magic. But to be fair, he misplayed and we absolutely capitalized on this. Normally you could take the damage, 5 is not enough. And he did it because he wanted to kill us on the next turn, but he didn't see this play, I think. He didn't realize that he's playing into our strength, and we absolutely capitalized on it and kinda crushed him. I don't think he has any way of coming into the game right now. Like, that was too much. Especially that, look at our answers, everything is 2 for... Sorry, I'm too excited, alright? Everything is like 2 for 1. I wish I didn't discard it, because that would be absolute win con. But I feel that I still made an okay decision. Okay decision. So what can we do here? Another, no, not permanent. I think we'll draw a card and try to hit another Spirit Sister Core, because that will absolutely win the game. very, very quickly. I mean, we are winning anyway, probably, but it's much faster this way. And I don't think we need removal. Whatever he plays, it won't kill us on the next turn. You know, it's not mono red with some lightning strike top decks, it's actual real deck of Magic. So I'm not a huge fan of playing aggro generally, but honestly against white decks and, you know, the classic aggro, it's interesting. But the haste aggro is just a bit silly, especially with burn, that even if you stabilize you can still die. So then you need to start altering your build into live game, because that's so much value. So this is the part that usually kills all the interesting decks. Alright. I mean, he's doing a very good job at trying to survive. What he should do is probably attack with Guardian, but then... So he enlists, he doesn't lose the Vanguard, but he loses the Guardian because he played all the cards. I'm not sure if that was correct decision, to be honest. And I'm killing the Officer, so he also doesn't get recruiting. He's making a worthy attempt, so this is wave 2 of the game, right? But because he has no cards, I think one of those could be worth saving Guardian. Cool. And now we trade for a 7-3, and that's a really huge deal. We kill it main phase, this way he doesn't get the recruit triggers. And I just want to point out, we are at 21, we are actually higher on the life total than this guy. Man, and now we have our birds. I should do a better job of keeping track of it, but I'm just used to birds being 1-1 and drawing me cards, and I love them for it, alright? Like, please don't judge. And let's start being a little bit aggressive. It will take a while, but with 2 birds it's actually not as hard. And he cannot really attack because we get perfect trade with the Channeler. He cannot attack because we get a perfect trade with the Channeler. He cannot attack because we get a perfect trade with the Channeler. I'm not sure if my opponent heard this part. Like, he should not do this. Now he's in full top deck mode, and that's not what you want as this kind of deck. And now we can attack freely, because his cards do not have haste. So I'm not sure what... Like, he wasted full... An aggro deck with Celestus. Alright, now I've seen everything. Now I've seen everything. You know what, but I kinda like it. It's absolutely silly, but you know why it's here? Because of Brutal Catars, because then you can force night and daytime, and in Mirror against creatures, this will be absolutely devastating, because in creature against creature matchups, whoever gets most Brutal Catar triggers will win, and this can force him to do it whenever he wants. See? And that's the reason, but he still lost. See, like, he's trying, but even if he removes the Fleshgorger, he needs to pay the ward, so it's the same as getting hit by it. Not even saying that we could just exile everything, but you know, he also live games like I never played a game like this, but you know what? Let's make it interesting. Let's make it interesting. I will get the Channeler, sacrifice this guy. So I didn't attack because I want to have fun and magic, alright? You can play Brutal Catar again, my friend, but it will cost you, because you cannot exile the Fleshgorger anymore, and you need to pay a lot of mana. Alright? Edgar, why not Fleshgorger? Well, I'm having fun. This is the most fun deck I have played in a while. Like, the point is that in Standard you can make so many cool things, and if you can survive early game, like, your amount of plays is just absolutely amazing. Let's make it clear. The clear cut. I would say good game, but you know, I don't want to be mean. But he played a nice game, I liked it, I kinda enjoyed it. Oh, and we're ranking up, it seems. Opponent goes first. Opponent goes first. So, let's go with Raffine Tower first. What about our draw? It's decent. It does a lot of stuff. And let's see. So we will play this one and go with the dog. Man, playing dog feels always amazing. I don't know what's up with the card, but it just feels so great. I think that I'm just super greedy and I like free value, because basically what the dog is man, we just traded for a card. 2 mana. Traded for a card. Imagine you could tap always 2 lands and just discard one of your opponent's cards. This is what Dog does, if it is answered. Oh no, I have to answer it, right? It's too good of a card, man. Alright, you got it. I hate it, but this is one of the cards that forces you to play removal on turn 2, because if you cannot answer it, you pretty much lose. Alright, it should be Edgar turn then. This will be very scary, because the next card they will fight Rick, we cannot answer. And it will be better than Edgar, I'll tell you that, but man, I really need to start using Amonkhet. Especially that I don't have plans. This is the card that you probably want to use while your opponent has cards. So let's go. And I have high chance of drawing land for the next turn this way. Alright. I would really love to not miss it. Oh my god, no creature. If we can get him to 0, he's in full top deck mode. And I don't believe there's 2 mana creature that does it. The quickest one is the Shakedown Heavy, right? And it costs 3 mana. You know what, I'll take this. As long as we keep playing mana, it's great. And this is why Invasion of Amonkhet, aka Disinformation Campaign with a different twist, is so amazing. I love the card so much. Full top deck mode, and he had something that enabled... I mean, bro, you are not playing cards on my watch, alright? Oh man, it's so fun when you have cards and your opponent doesn't. I love it. So let's play this one, and we go for Purity Overseer, because Fleshgorger can actually be cast for 7 mana very quickly. So Edgar into Dock will be the next turn. He instantly top decks the card that enables both fight riggings. Man, I need to get some coaching from this guy on drawing cards. Alright, still, it's not over because we have Depopulate, and this is also the reason why we have Depopulate. Let's see if he can make this absolute amazing feat again on the next turn. Because I'm drawing card, you aren't, because this is multicolored. One of the reasons I wanted to go for Depopulate. And we go Dock on Pain, it seems. And now we play this one, because this one will always be tough. This one can be a good card. Let's see if he can do the same thing again. Apparently not. Alright, I will go with... Can I go with Edgar? I think I misplayed. Yeah, I misplayed. What I should have done is play Edgar, keep go for the throat. That enables answer in case he has any creature that can trigger the fight rigging. And on the next turn I could do the same with Fleshgorger. Right now I cannot, so I will play Edgar and try to cycle lands. Because I am a dummy. Let's start cracking those. I really enjoy it always. So basically this negates his first top deck of the game. And as you can see, if we didn't go for it, it would be rough. Nah. Please, stop. You ain't getting it. But it's insane that he keeps drawing those cards one after another. Like, he has actually quite a lot of cards that don't trigger at turn 1 the fight rigging. Even Glissa, like, she needs 2 turns of triple fight rigging. So yeah. Alright guys, we are going first. I will keep it. Alright guys, I'll tell you this, we will play the game, but if we are winning, I'm still conceding it. Because I want this guy to hit a diamond, because I know the freaking pain of playing the games when you are at, I think this is Platinum 4 or something high. But you know what? Also, he is a mono-red player. So you know what? I just changed my mind. That's why we can play Destroy Evil, because they always have Kumano. It's one of the necessary strategies to play mono-red. You need to have this card on the opening hand. So it means that Destroy Evil is a 2-mana hard removal. So this is why you can play it. Let's go with Fleshgorger, because they don't like it. So if we win, given this is mono-red, we win. And yeah. We enjoy the explosion. Sorry. Sorry for that. But it is what it is. And then token creature. I need to start using this one. Interesting. Very interesting. So they offer the trade. This is a good trade for us. We have double white for double Spirited Companion. This is a very interesting decision. Probably the most important one I will make in the game. Because if we lose this Fleshgorger, you know what? I think we can get a big Fleshgorger. It's okay for them, but I hope it's also good for us. I like this card, but we don't have targets yet, so first, double Spirited Companion. Let's see if they have festivities. Usually with this version of Warfare, I believe they play it. So we might get swept for 1 mana. That's not great, but you need to take the risks. Alright, the risk paying off. Definitely this land. We have double white, it's enough. And we probably want to go like this then. We are fine with just chilling a little bit. I really want to connive. This is a big deal. If he kills the... I think I misplayed it. It was probably the Overseer, but I just didn't want to get swept fully. We attack with one of those because I really want the dog in the graveyard. I'm sorry to say it, but we kinda have to. Then we get the connive trigger. Unfortunately, Lander... Yeah, I think I misplayed. I think I should have gone for Malcator, especially for play with fire, which is low value card here. So, my bet, we will still salvage it and we'll get the Lander otherwise, but bad play on my part. Yeah, not used to this card. It's pretty cool. I've seen some suggestions on this card since months. But yeah, oh, why are you checking my graveyard? Do you know what I'm doing? I don't think he should be, like, I don't think he should know what I'm doing, but he might. Interesting. Don't forget, okay. Man, cycling card is good. Let's start being aggressive, I guess. Now we don't need dogs in the graveyard. You cannot say it right, like it always sounds horrible. And I will play Malcator. Because it's a good fodder for a lot of targets, right? We're making festivities really good right now for him. We could also play Eiganjo into Raffine Tower, but we are limited on removal, so I'm not going for it. And yeah, we don't really need much tempo. It's very tempting because we have 3 and 3. See? He has his tricks, but they are not enhanced by the Warfare. And this just absorbs 4 damage, and Malcator will absorb 1 more. See? He had it all the time. Still, that's kinda okay for us. See? This is what I was saying. If we played the Raffine Tower, we would feel absolutely silly. I can play Eiganjo as long as the Malcator doesn't die. I would really like to keep those cards alive. And I want. It seems I want. Man, I think I could take some damage. I don't want to give him so many cards, man. That's not a good trade. I need to hit the Spirit Sister Call. Or just a bird. The point is that that was my last creature. If I drew Sister Spirit Call, I would have nothing to sacrifice, and I can get back the Fleshgorger. So that's a extremely powerful thing. Given I don't want to block, I can as well attack. Alright. His cards are super oh my god, you're so good at Magic. That is insanely good draw. Oh my god, and we cannot do anything about it. This is probably the best draw of his deck. Here's the Fleshgorger. That's valuable information. So we have more time than we expected. Alright. So the point is, if he plays Squee on the next turn, it will cost him a man. Now we trade. Maybe we go like this, just prevent 2 damage. I think so. Then we need to go with the Fleshgorger and hope he cannot hit the thing. Oh, I needed land for this. I'm also pretty good at Magic, I guess. So, I just have to go for it, right? So this is, what, 10, 11 damage a turn. I won't be able to kill him on the next turn, even if I attack with everything. No exile. I think this is what we will do. He definitely wants to attack, and I will draw a card with Heartstabber. I think that's the play. He needs a burn spell from the top. Otherwise, oh, very, very smart by him. Very, very smart by him. If he has burn spell, I'm down. You know, I'm losing game anyway. Good. As always, a great display of Magic from Mono Red player. Like, you could think that bad player wouldn't draw this card, but a good player will always draw it. This is one of the parts about mono red I don't like. Every game is decided by the top deck, basically. Alright, opponent goes first. Man, I love this deck, it's so fun. When you see the dock, I would just want to be on the play, but, you know, can't have it all. Very good mana base so far, so we kinda get maximum out of turn 1, and on the next turn we have perfect mana, so really good start. I guess we cannot play Fleshgorger, which is the only downside so far. Do I want the bird? Do I care about the bird? This draws card before dying, and I don't think I need Graveyard. So, Talia is here, absolutely not happy about it, and we probably play land to go for the throat into the Depopulate, but we need to draw. Oh, I'm getting 3 cards at some point. That's not a good play. This is not what he wants. Or he wants. We just need to hit a land. I think we just won. Alright, but I need to go for the throat on Talia. Sure. It also means, so the Brutal Catars will be better. This is the part of the matchup I actually really enjoy. Perfect. Go for it. Pay this mana. Yes, pay it. What would happen if your Talia died? You know what it means, my friend. You know what it means when Talia dies on turn 3. Or mine turn 4. And I will get the card, so if he didn't go for this Brutal Catar play, he would still be in the game, but I think he won't after this one, because I'm getting such high card advantage, and also, you know, I have a blocker already without paying a single mana for it, and I think that's it. So the cool part that I was saying is the day-night cycle. I actually really like this mechanic. I think it's a huge hassle on the paper, but on, you know, digital it's just so cool. Like, this gives you a big new like way to play the game that wasn't here. Show me the card. I would love you to be with Initiate and nothing more. Show me. What was the card? Eiganjo. Not the best one. I hope for something better, to be honest. Let's go with the dock, just because this can be a 3/3 death touch. And I still need to... Also, you need this dead in order to draw the card. Scroll, sure. Man, why am I on 7? I just realized, I thought I went so much more. Alright, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Let's go for Eiganjo because I have multiple 3 mana plays. I don't need to pay myself, right? No. Lifelink will be huge. And I will also go for the bird. I don't need cards right now. I just need the bird to make sure that I can crack the Invasion of Amonkhet, and we are not attacking. Even though we could get this 1 defense. That should be it. Yeah. Because he cannot go through the Fleshgorger, his only hope was that he somehow sneaks the damage with good top deck, like Brutal Catar, getting rid of my blocker, this kind of stuff. And if he cannot do it now, it means that I untap, go back to 9, and that was his dream of hitting Mythic, you know? Alright guys, and now we are in Deck Masteries chapter, so if you are interested in diving deeper into the strategy, I think this is an extremely cool deck. I didn't have so much fun since a long time, and the whole point, as you know, a Spirit Sister Call is the enabler for the full deck, but one of the cool things about the deck, every creature still does something. If you take it back, like you have a mid-range deck that just has a lot of synergies because every creature does something. If you add this, suddenly you have infinite value basically. And Fleshgorger is one of the coolest creatures for the deck for a reason that it's both the enabler, it's something that defends you, so you can survive against aggro, which is super, you know, super popular. But when you sacrifice a creature and you get it back, you suddenly get a 7-drop, so it's also your reward. This is one of the cool things about the deck, because your creatures are basically fodder, which is Companion and Heartstabber, and the payoff, Warden, Fleshgorger, and sometimes like Bodelander. You can even mix and match, because Aether Channeler and the Malcator both have enough value to justify resurrecting them. And with Bodelander, you can also get more and more creatures, while also conniving, which is super important. Sometimes you might hit a card that you don't need, like a Depopulate against control deck, and Lander not only draws you card, but you get additional creature like companion, and you get another card, and you can just start cycling them with the Spirit Sister Core. So the deck does a lot. We have still Invasion of Amonkhet. This is the card that I think it's still needed, because you can not only discard and also its card advantage, but also you can fill your graveyard, which is pretty important, not only for the Heartstabber, but also to give you targets for Spirit Sister Core. When I was trying this card in different decks, I always had the problem of not hitting stuff with it, so that's why we went so heavily on the creatures, and Invasion of Amonkhet together with Heartstabber and possibly Takenuma means that you usually have enough targets in the graveyard, so whenever you play this into a creature, you'll probably already getting insane value that wins you the game. So this is the main idea for the deck. I think it's really fun deck. One of the weaknesses I have seen, unfortunately, this deck does, at least for me, did not perform against mono red. Nearly all of my losses were only mono red, so if not mono red, we actually would have like 100% win rate. We went around 50% with mono red because that was the only matchup that we consistently lost. That being said, I think if you really care about mono red matchup, it's not very hard to make some adjustments to the deck, like at Shordet, which originally she was here, but I just wanted to do something fresh, so I created a deck that, you know, doesn't use all the cards that we usually see, but if you want to make it more competitive, just add Shordet and some life gain and some more removal, but you will make the same pile as always. So it's up to you. I wanted this kind of deck and I refused to change it just because mono red is so rampart, because I think the deck is absolutely amazing. And the deck seems to be performing very nicely against all the other aggro decks, so man, it's just mono red. So with that being said, I think we'll wrap it up. Really, as always, guys, thank you for all the support. You are the pillar of this channel, and especially if you are subscribed for a long time, like you really made a difference. So thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed the video, or you will enjoy the video, and yeah, see you tomorrow.
With